Will, let's get right to it. Do you regret your actions at the Oscars?
I'm not a man prone to regrets,
Why'd you do it?
Yeah. I think there's always an aspect of us that when we feel unloved, in any capacity, in any relationship, when we feel unloved, when we feel mistreated, when we feel somehow disrespected, it's a natural reaction to want revenge. And I think that's what happens with most people, specifically in our most vulnerable stages when we're children, and we haven't done anything to deserve that kind of treatment. It's really hard for the ego to not click into revenge.
Is it safe to say that you were a Lion King on the prowl the night of the Oscars, per se? Easy, Tiger. Your performance at the Oscars was a far cry from your days of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Where'd you learn all of this vicious behavior from, Will?
I think that is a part of my DNA,
Really?
Part of it from difficult aspects of my childhood. I grew up with violence in my home, so I developed, a really acute emotional sense, out of defense. I just needed to make sure that my father was okay. I needed to make sure things were going well. And I just became really hypersensitive.
But that Will Smith is not the nice guy that America's come to love, is it?
We can win, or I can be nice. Pick one. It was military-minded, scorched earth.
Now, Will, as you know, people say that this whole thing was Jada's idea. Just what exactly did Jada say to you prior to you walking up on stage and confronting Chris?
You're gonna be the hammer of justice. He was military-minded.
Okay. All right.
You achieved the mission. And there's two possibilities. When I give you a mission, there's two possibilities. One, you complete the mission, or two, you're dead.
Now, weren't you a little extreme?
And you can learn something from the extremes also, right? Yeah. And when you look at the athletes, right? There's a certain extreme mindset.
So, you and Jada like that mindset?
We worship that mindset.
When did you first realize that you were going to have a problem with Jada and other men? Just what exactly was she doing?
Bringing homeless people into our house when we were little and washing them in our bathtub. I thought that was the nastiest thing. But she would be in the bathroom with her hands washing homeless people.
Now, you've got to tell me, how did you come to peace with her bathing other men?
As I grew older, I just saw how dedicated and devoted she was to living her life in service.
We've heard, but could you elaborate on what Denzel Washington said to you after you slapped Chris Rock?
He said, hey man, listen. The way you make a woman love you, to make a woman love you, you take out to dinner, and then as you going out to place, you just knock somebody out. Cause a woman gotta know you could defend her. You just knock somebody out, and if you knock, I mean, it could be a stranger, but you just knock somebody out and she see your strength, and that's how she'll feel confident, and it changes everything. It changes your sexual life, it just changed everything about it. But you gotta get them good and just knock somebody out.
Now that surprises me. What did he say to you about you cursing at Chris?
Dear Willard, truly intelligent people do not have to use words like this to express themselves. God has given you the gift of words.
Shut the front door.
Be sure to use those words to uplift people.